Hi guys! Today we're making these cute doll shoes inspired by strawberry cake. I was inspired to make these shoes by the brand The Shoe Bakery, which makes really cool life-size shoes inspired by cake. I made mine a lot simpler, but you can add as much detail as you want. I made these shoes from polymer clay, so that's the main material you're gonna need. I'll be working on this ceramic base that my friend made for me, because I can bake the whole thing and that's very convenient when working. But you can work on any smooth surface and just transfer your work onto a bakeable surface. For clay, I'll be working in the brand Fimo. I'll be using the color vanilla and also a random pink mix I had lying around. We're gonna start by making the wedge heel of the shoe that's gonna look like cake layers. So start with a layer of the light vanilla color. Then you want to hold the doll's foot up to it and start cutting the right curve. Then you want to add a layer of pink to be filling and also cut this down. Keep stacking up the layers until you've completed the height you need for the heel. Once you have all the layers built up, you want to take the foot and gently push it down on top to make an indent so you can see the shape you're going to cut it out. I started by cutting away the major part of the excess with a bigger blade, then I went back into detail a bit more with my X-Acto knife for a bit more precision. Then you want to smooth the sides out. I use the side of this dental tool because I really like the feel of it, but you can use whatever kind of sculpting tool you want. Now we're gonna make it look like actual cake. Start by taking a pointy dotting tool and push in the filling color in a side motion. This is just to push it in a little bit because we'll be adding to that later. For the cake layer, you want to take a needle tool and start poking and swirling at it to make a crumb texture. And I turned down the brightness of my camera a little bit, hoping you could see the color better. People often ask me how long my projects take to complete, and to be honest, I work pretty slow, so this is a real-time clip of how I would texture stuff like this and what rate I do it at. And here's the heel part all textured. Now you want to pre-bake it for a few minutes just to harden it so we can keep working without squishing all the hard work. Now the texture has been set so we can handle it easier. Next you want to take your doll's foot and cover it completely in tin foil. Use a piece of sticky tack, the sticky stuff you use to hang posters, to temporarily stick the heel onto the foot. The tin foil is very important because otherwise the next clay we're going to add is going to stick to it. Now we're gonna build the top part of the shoe using sheets of the pink clay, gently adding them on, smoothing them both together and also down to the base to make sure they actually stick onto the heel. To begin with, you're not gonna worry about the shape, just get the right coverage. Smooth out the clay to one even layer. Then you want to go around what's going to be the top edge and trim away to get the right shape. Then you should have something like this. To make sure the clay stays put when we remove it from the foot, you're going to use a bit of heat to set it. I'll be using my beat up wool hairdryer, but you can also use a heat gun. Heat the clay until the surface is no longer moldable, then you want to let it cool a bit, then gently loosen the tin foil and pull out the foot. Pre-bake it for another few minutes to make sure it's strong enough when we pull out the tin foil and also the sticky tag. To add a bit more strength, I'll be adding some liquid Sculpey, which is just polymer clay in liquid form, and I'll be adding this to the inside of both the bottom of the shoes and the sides. Will make them stick together nicely, but also smooth everything out. I then pre-baked again, but you can skip that if you want to. Then I went on to make some polymer clay icing using a piece of the pink clay from before, mixing it with some liquid clay until we had a icing-like texture. Now you want to add the icing to the top part of the shoe, swirling it around to make a nice texture. To decorate the front of the shoes, I use a pair of miniature strawberries that I made a long time ago when I made a strawberry cane. If you want to see how to make that, I'll leave you the link to the video in the info box, however it's very old. Stick your decorations into the unbaked clay icing and it should stick nicely. Then you can pre-bake again. Add a bit of the icing to the inside of the filling as well. Now finally you can bake the shoes completely according to package instructions of the clay brand you use. And here we are, that's our basic shoe. Usually real shoes aren't completely flat on the bottom, so I'm gonna use a file to slightly round it up both at the front part and at the heel part. After that, I watered down some brown acrylic paint to add a bit of shading to the cake layers. And for some reason I'm completely out of focus right here, I'm sorry. I also painted the bottom soles of the shoes. Once the paint was dry, I added a bit of a shiny glaze to the strawberry and then matte glaze to wherever I'd added paint to protect it. And here we are, our strawberry cake shoes are done. I hope you enjoyed this project. I really get a lot of fun out of making kind of funky projects like this. You can customize this project however you want. You could change up the cake layers and make it look like a chocolate cake or a sprinkle cake or whatever you want. It's lots of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video so I know what to make in the future. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!